Okay, good morning and welcome back to Linda's Pantry. Hot mess. Don't look. Okay, so we are out early. We actually slept in a little bit and you can tell by my voice. It's the first words I've spoken, I think. No, actually, I had to do a little bit more. Good morning, Chauncey Doo. Hi. So I'm going to go feed the chickens. I've got some kale that's gone wonkus, and I'm going to get that. They'll have something to pick at all day. And I need to get my planting done. But what I wanted to tell you, Travis was over last night, and, you know, we all had pizza and all that good stuff. Hi, girlies. Hi. Hi, girls. Oh, they're all waiting at the gate. Watch out. I got to herd you back. Herding chickens. We were talking about that hole, and where we couldn't dig through the hard pan, and I've been soaking it, and of course, Michael went and got the digging bar, and Travis dug the hole out. So here we go. Go get it, girls. And I love kale. Ugh. And it's so good. I'll tell you, if you can feed your chickens kale, grow it for them, your eggs will be 10 times better. Just saying. And so, Shotzi has sounded the official horn. It's time to clean out their box. And I think their water's still okay. Their feeder, they've almost eaten a gallon of that feed since I put them out here. So, anyway. It's supposed to be beautiful today. Hey, no, Shotzi do. No. They can be out in their yard too. Is your bark collar out of battery? I think it is. She's got it on. Apparently it's not on. We might have to check that. So, I'm going to do the galvanized over here and over, like I've got two, one on each end. I'm going to do one in the center as well. So, anyway, let me show you the hole we got. And we're going to plant that tree today. So he dug it down there pretty good. It's down below the hard pan, and it's kind of a sand, so it wasn't as bad as I thought, thankfully. Anyway, we were going to change spots, and I'm kind of glad we didn't now. So I will bring you back when we're planting or something. Okay, guys, we are out and about, and Michael is in getting us a drink, something to drink, and we're headed to the nursery. We went out to lunch, we went to Sportsman's Warehouse, and he bought some new boots for checker hunting. He goes through some boots, and he needs, you know, got to spend the money for really good ones. So he's trying a new brand, and I should probably have him tell you all about them. But anyway, so then we're headed to the nursery because I need more garden soil. We used all of that with the tree. And I think that's all I need, because I'll need that when we transplant the grapevine. So anyway, and I got all my stuff planted. So when we get back home, I'll take you outside and show you how everything looks. Got rocks moved, planted lettuces, all that. And I plant lettuce throughout the summer, so especially after I picked my first head of lettuce, I then go every couple of weeks plant again, because you're going to use it. So anyway, all right, guys, and I'll show you what's come up. Oh, and I want to tell you about some seeds. Now, you know I buy the Frankie seeds. I guess that's how you pronounce it. And my zucchini came up on one hill, but not on the other one. It didn't germinate. The seeds did not germinate. So I went to get my seeds out, and I looked at the back. They were to be used by 2012, and it's 2017. So they still germinated, the ones on the one hill. So I think it was more conditions. Anyways, I planted the rest of the seeds in that mound, and I'm going to re-up on that Romanesca zucchini next year. But all my other seeds are good. So don't go by that date, because I've been planting out of that one $3.75 package for 5 years. Actually, 6 years. So There you go. Okay, so I'm getting ready to plant some more stuff. It's starting to cool off a little. It was 83 and humid. There's some humidity in the air, which is odd for our neck of the woods. So this is rhubarb chard. So it gets the bright red veins. This is delicious chard. I grew this last year. It says that these seeds are good till 2017, but as I explained, my zucchini seeds were good till 2012, and I've used them every year. And I have them coming up in the garden, so I used the last of them though. Anyway, we went to the nursery, and I couldn't get Michael to commit. I almost got another tree, but I'm going to ask you guys if you know anything about these. These are called North Pole apple trees. And I Googled them, and they grow up pretty upright, but they give you tons of apples, and it's a container variety. And so my other patio doesn't have any container. So is it worth it for me? Am I going to have to bring it into the garage in the wintertime? Does anybody know anything about those? Because I did not purchase it because I didn't have a planter. So I would have to purchase another wine barrel. Just so it doesn't look out of whack. Eventually I'll have to replace these wine barrels. They're just about on their last leg. They've been out here for 14 years. So anyway, we did get another 3 cubic feet of the garden planting mix. This is wonderful organic Big Harvest garden soil, and the unscented manure. And then we got home. Michael had let our homing pigeons out to fly, and there's one that has a crooked foot, and so he's never been out, and he let him out today, and he flew. And once they know where their surroundings are, you know, in their pigeon house, if they've never been anywhere else, they'll come back, because that's where they eat and they drink. And we've even got a wild mama pigeon in there that hatched a baby, and she's been coming and going. So she decided she likes it here. Anyways, so homing pigeons we use for the birds. Well, I looked out the window, and that one who had never been gotten back in flew down, and the dogs got a hold of it, and they were tossing it back and forth kind of, and I hollered at him and made Strut come here, and he gave it to me. He didn't want to, but he's so soft-mouthed, he did not hurt him. And the poor pigeon's looking at me like, save me! So we put them back. And he's happy as can be. We inspected him, and his wings are fine. He didn't hurt him. He lost a couple tail feathers in the process. But so I'm going to get this planted, and I'm going to plant this chard in, I'm going to plant it in this 18-pack of starter pots. I like this size because they have enough time to get a pretty good root system. And when they're sizable, then you know, okay, where could I put them? And you're better at spacing. So, because I'm bad about that. By the time they're ready to transplant, I'll know what space I have left in the garden, and or if I have to build a raised bed, because I'm not opposed to that. So the yard is looking absolutely fantastic. So let me take you around and show you the trees. I know you guys see this all the time, but for those of you that don't tune in all the time, there we planted the last cherry tree, and it's over here. And I gave it a dose of, it got a dose of the fertilizer and root stimulator, the boomerang, that's what it was. And I got the rocks all around it so the dogs stay away from it, because that's the only thing they've ever done is dig where you freshly planted something. So I went ahead and put rocks around the plum as well, because that needed it. And I've got beans coming up. I've got squash, butternut squash down here. Let's go on in and I'll show you. Super excited. And I replanted some more butternut squash because it didn't come up down here. So this is a bush bean right there. So we'll have some bush beans in here. Not very many, but some. We've got some volunteer lettuce from last year. Or no, the year before. Keeps coming back. There's another, I think this here, this is a squash plant. That's a butternut squash. And and I planted another one. Uh-oh. We could be in trouble. You can't have too much. And then that cluster right there, that's butternut squash. And then some more beans all along the drip line. Another bean down here. So we're utilizing the water, and raspberries are all looking really good. My goodness. I can't wait till this tree gets huge. This thing, these get really, really big. And yay! Anyway, what else did I do? Oh, I should pick some lettuce for tonight for salad. I've got some beautiful head lettuce in here. Look at this. I did pick an onion today. So look at those beautiful heads of lettuce in there. Isn't that great? And that's a butter lettuce too. I do have some Swiss chard here, but not the rhubarb Swiss chard. So anyway, I think that's good, and it looks good with the pots. I did onions in this middle one because there's onions in this bed. I did onions in there, and they'll be later in the fall, so we kind of use as we go. And then these galvanized the middle one got spinach, and this is really fast. You can pick it in 25 days. And these right there are the lettuces. One, the red ruffled, and the other one is a butter crunch. And those are both from Frankie seeds and Franchi. If you guys know how to pronounce that, I'd like to know. But and all the tomatoes are setting. All these plants have tomatoes on, and they're still pretty young. These are the ones I got from Costco. And then the potatoes. Everybody got sprayed, and I will end up with a different kind of organic pesticide for if we ever get aphids, because I checked into it today and they have one, and it's organic and it won't hurt anything. Because in the past I wouldn't use anything because I was too scared that you couldn't find anything, but now they're so readily available because of the demand. So I'm going to get to planting and enjoy my beautiful backyard. Well, as beautiful as my little homestead yard can be for this time of year. Oh, Ragnar says somebody's in your garden. Yeah, no. Whoop. There's a pumpkin update. Whoop. Anyways, we got pole beans coming up in here too. Pole beans and pole beans along the fence, and bush beans in the middle. And then I think that's it. I do believe, and we've got strawberries. So we'll have a few. Just, those are going to be our morning snacks. All right, we're going to enjoy the dogs. They've been in and out of that dunk tank today. It's pretty funny. The only one that hesitates is Shotzi. She's like, how do I do it? I want to do it, but I don't know how. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so we're not letting any grass grow under our feet. It's about 6 o'clock, so it's cooling down. We got the house shade, and we are moving bricks. I'm doing the inside of the chicken coop, bordering that. But we have all these bricks, and our original plan, this was a huge stack, was to make a walkway here, but we can't do it this year because of tons of reasons. And I'm not going to show Michael. He won't like that. But we are loading the wheelbarrow and taking it back on a pallet back there, and so I'll show you that in a second. So I think I have another project. So we're going to leave these bricks here because we're going to put that kennel that's over there up, so we'll have 3 right in line with each other. And the eventual goal was to concrete this in. And that's why we took the sprinklers out, concrete it all in. That's our sprinkler system. We rebuilt that last year. And then that way we can drive in and park our trailer to pack it for hunting and camping. That's our big dream here, but we're limited what we can do this year because of Michael's hand. But, okay, so I have all these stacking, like the stacking landscape bricks like that. around the chicken coop, and they're really not doing any good anymore because so much dirt has been pushed against them. They're not doing what they purposefully had to do in the beginning, if that makes sense. So, and like the backside, nobody can get in there to bother them dog-wise. And so I'm thinking what I want to do is maybe in front of that tree, go in front of there, put some fabric, you know, a weed killer, or not weed killer, but weed prevention fabric down, bunch of heavy river rock down around that tree, and then it would be down lower, but then build up another raised area right here where the grass doesn't want to grow unless we move sprinkler heads, and have it 2-tier high, and that gives me more garden space. I think that's going to be my summer project, and Michael won't be able to do it. I can lift those bricks one at a time. I'm not going to level it. I'm not going to do anything. And when I do the bottom will be just like I did last year. I'm going to put cardboard down, which will decompose and attract worms. And I get cardboard with no ink or glue on it, and then put my 50-50 topsoil and compost down in. Yay! And it'll be good. So I'm gonna go show you the brick pile. I want to keep all those. Okay. Oh no, I'll use them. I'll use them. Okay, well, you can put them out of your way. Ooh. Okay, so he's moving all the bricks that were chipped or broken or whatever. Anyways, let's go out, and we had to put them out here. We call this our pigeon yard because we have it fenced off so the dogs can't bug the pigeons when they're in their little house. And they've learned, some of them have learned to get out. And our little guy is just fine. So, no. Sage, no. But one of these pigeon houses, this is our pigeon house. So, up there up top, those little bars, they just push their way through. It's just a bar that pushes through. And then they have nesting boxes in there. Michael cleaned that all out today. Let me see if I can show you. I think the little one that strut, yeah, he's in there. He's just missing his tail feathers. He's no worse for wear, huh, buddy? So they have those pigeonholes, and we put those boxes down there because he does have that foot, but there's a baby way up top, and a future homing pigeon. And Homer, our original homing male, oh look, so here's our pile of bricks on that pallet. That's a lot of bricks. Anybody got any ideas what we could do with that? That would be fantastic. Anyways, and all the babies in here are by Homer. Homer and the dogs have a great relationship, actually. He messes with him pretty good. But he always comes home. We'll go 5, 6, 7 miles over, you know, probably only 3 as the crow flies. Do some training with him, and he's home before we get home and back in the box. They know that's where their food and water is. Okay guys, so we're still moving bricks and planting and planning and doing all that, so I'm gonna let you go for tonight. And don't forget to check the links below and go show some love to all the channels that are out there that you really support, and make sure that you visit us over on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter if you want to. I'm not on Twitter very much, but I do see when you guys post things or share things, so don't forget Peep of the Month Club for July. I'm not going to tell you what's going to be happening, but I bonused the June Peep of the Month prize, so I'll definitely be doing that in July. So don't forget to share our videos, show us some love, and don't forget, if you're a subscriber, great! We love that you're coming back to us, and if you're not, hit that subscribe button. It's free. It's free. This platform right here is free to you guys. It's pretty amazing. So help support the channel by subscribing, shopping through the Amazon links, and everything else that's involved. All right. Mwah. We'll see you tomorrow. So these are working hard tacos. These were super easy. I put them in on the counter oven. Cod fillets that are breaded and lightly breaded, actually, with some grass-fed sour cream, grass-fed cheese, a tomatillo salsa, cilantro, and onion, sweet onion out of the garden, and some lime wedges on the side, and we're ready to eat. Outside. All right, guys, see you tomorrow. So here was some of our sushi that we had for lunch. It was absolutely delicious. Our chef spoiled us with some specialty rolls.